Wendy Williams production, Lifetime, and any other producer that had anything to do with this Aaliyah movie, y'all all owe everybody an apology for y'all shit. Now, we already knew what was going on with the drama between Zendaya, she being Aaliyah, and a lot of people's like, oh no, she shouldn't be Aaliyah, she don't look like Aaliyah, why this Puerto Rican woman playing Aaliyah, and she's not Puerto Rican, she's part black, and there was just so much going on when we found out that she was going to be Aaliyah. Then maybe like a month or so later we found out that Zendaya dropped out the project. When she said she dropped out, she was just saying that there was a lot of things that was going on behind the scenes that wasn't right, and it just, you know, she felt like, bitch, let me jump off this sinking ship before I get fucked up. So she swam back and, you know, she saved herself. So then we found out that Wendy Williams was going to be, you know, her production company was going to take over, and that they was going to tell the story the right way. And Wendy Williams, she sat on her show all summer not giving a fuck that the family did not approve of this movie, and that even though they still couldn't get the rights to her music, they still was going to make this movie, and that it was still going to be done, and it was going to be done tasteful, and, you know, we was going to love it. And I knew, first of all, I told y'all, once Wendy Williams put her name on it and we found out that this movie was not going to be done right. I mean, I'm glad that Wendy Williams had her production company and everything, but the movie fucking sucked. And Wendy Williams was the only one hyping up this film. That's how y'all should have known. That's how we all should have known that this movie was going to be terrible. I mean, I didn't see that girl playing Aaliyah anywhere else besides sitting on the Wendy Williams couch. Like, if there was no big buzz about this film, like normally, like when a Lifetime movie about to come out, you see all the, you know, all the ads for it, the promotions for it. Barely see anything. And Wendy Williams the only person, yeah, we 5 days away, y'all. We 4 days away. We 3 days away. So, you know, we watched the film. When we watched the film, we just watched a fucking, let's just say that we watched a building implode. It was just bad. It was bad from the acting. It was bad from not having the movie. It was just, you didn't even learn anything that you didn't know about Aaliyah. Like, you didn't, it wasn't that great of a movie. And it looked like it was a high school play. You know how in a high school play where you don't look like the person but you're playing the part? That's what I got from a lot of the characters, except for the mother and except for the person that played Aaliyah. Everybody else, they just handpicked them and said, you're going to be this person, you're going to be that person, this is your role, and you got to be like this, you got to be like how the person was. It's fucking terrible. Like, I didn't get no nostalgia from watching this movie. And especially, like, because you couldn't get the rights to use the music. So how can you tell this story the right way? And what is the story that you guys wanted to tell? Because the only thing that we got from this movie is that R. Kelly, the person that played R. Kelly, played a pedophile. Aaliyah was in love with him, and he treated her like shit. Damon Dash treated other people like shit, but loved her so much. And, you know, that's all I got from it. That's all I got from it. I didn't get anything else from it. All I know is that I also got that Lifetime should never do another movie where they can't get the rights to use the music. And then we got Whitney Houston's project coming in a couple months. We got Whitney Houston project coming in a couple months, and I just pray that Angela Bassett did not fuck Whitney's story up while she's telling the story between her and Bobby Brown. So I hope she didn't still fuck it up. But that Aaliyah movie, terrible. Don't let your children watch that, because, you know, my nieces, well, one of my nieces asked me, well, who was Aaliyah? And then I was like, oh my God. You know, so I was going to say, y'all should watch this film, but no, she can't watch this film. We'll just have to go on YouTube and watch some old videos and look at old award show performances and everything, you know, to show her who she was. It was just, I didn't get nothing. Only actually one time when they were singing At Your Best in the studio. And you know the only reason why they got rights to that is because that's not her song. It belongs to the Isley Brothers. So, oh my God. And then, let's talk about the person that played Missy. They did Missy so fucking wrong. Missy was never a light-skinned woman, and Missy was not skinny like that in the fucking 90s. We all know Missy was a big girl, but she was fucking clean. She always looked good. And I don't even remember Missy wearing no fucking tracksuits in the early 90s. If anything, you know, she had on a nice outfit or something. Anytime she had the award show, she had the finger waves or the hair was spiked, and she was fucking fly. She was a fly big girl. This girl just wearing tracksuits already. Didn't have no essence of Missy at all. Then the guy that played Timbaland, okay, but too light. You know, but it was alright. Like, I wasn't that mad. But I was just mad like they didn't really touch on Aaliyah and Missy and like their whole, what is it? It's kind of like that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis thing when it came to them being in the studio. These were the producers that worked for her, and how many hits she done had. Like, they at least could have showed like the Billboard charts and showed where the album was doing, how good the albums were doing, or how good the singles was doing. We didn't pick up on none of that. We seen some award show performances, but they were just like, okay, well, she performed this and she performed that. It was bad, man. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I will never trust another Wendy Williams production film. I know that. Because if you're going to tell a story, you got to tell it right. And it just wasn't nothing that I learned. I didn't learn anything from this project at all. Like, when we seen the TLC movie last year, we learned a lot. Especially, like, I didn't even know that Chili had an abortion and all of that. So I was like, what? Like, they told their story the right way. And I think that anytime you're going to do a movie about somebody, you should always consult with the family if it's a deceased person. And if it's a person that's alive, don't just fucking do a story off a book somebody else wrote without consulting with the actual person so you can get the real stories. Like, you didn't talk to Missy, you didn't talk to Timbaland, you didn't talk to I don't know if they even talked to Barry Hankerson, and I know they didn't talk to the mother. So it was like, how can y'all tell this story the right way? How do y'all know all these events actually went down? You're making a film off a book that somebody else wrote. So it was just bad. Wendy Williams, I don't know what the fuck you are going to say tomorrow, but the first thing you need to do is apologize. You need to apologize for that shit that you put on TV yesterday. And you were just acting like this is going to be the hottest thing since fresh hot bread. Like, it was just bad. I don't even have to tell y'all, you know, y'all just wanted me to make this video, and I'm not going to go dig in on Wendy and all of that stuff. The movie was just terrible. And I don't ever want to see Lifetime doing a movie like this. And normally, Lifetime, y'all make good biopics. Y'all make great biopics, but this time, y'all fucked it up. Like that movie with Gabby Douglas, I loved it. Shit made me cry. What else I liked from them? I don't remember shit. I'm just, but I know they make good movies. Shit. And this time they fucked up, and they fucked up bad, and they all need to apologize for that movie that they put out yesterday. Like, I've never watched a movie during this social media age where everybody was just tearing it apart at the same time. And if they do get high ratings from the film, it was because everybody was going to fuck off about the movie. Everybody was just tearing this movie to shreds. Tear it to shreds. And I just hope that the next time that an Aaliyah movie is made, the family is involved. At least they're ready to talk about it. I want the family to be involved. I want Missy and Timbaland to be involved. And I want, her friends to be involved. And, some of the celebrities to put their input in the relationships that they had with her. Maybe some of that can be shown in the film, because I want the story to be told right. And especially the ending of this film, they could have at least, like, to pull on your heartstrings if they wanted to, they could have at least, remember we all seen the last photo of them before the plane crash. They could at least showed her, and at least, if that's what I'm saying, like in the Bahamas doing the video, and you know she's getting ready to go back home, and you know that's the last photo, and then the movie can go off, and then it could explain. But other than it just ended bad. It was just terrible, y'all. They just put this shit together, cut paste, all right, shoot, blah 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 blah, throw it up, and that's it. And that's not how you treat someone's legacy that, you know, that was in the industry for a good 7 years. Aaliyah was in the industry 7 years, 94 to 2001. And she done did so much. She did so much in a short time frame. And I think that she was one of the, you know, one of the singers that made it into movies and was actually going to be a big movie star and shit. The movies probably would have eclipsed her music career because she was going places and her life was just cut short too early. And I just didn't like how this film represented her legacy. It didn't represent a goddamn thing. It just told a story of R. Kelly and, you know, all the other shit that she went through, but you didn't learn anything. And the next time I watch a movie, I want to learn something that I didn't know about her, that, you know, that the family added in. And I don't know, but Wendy, girl, you owe everybody an apology. Lifetime, y'all owe everybody an apology. And any other producer that had anything to do with the making of this film, y'all need to apologize to everybody. And I hope that y'all never air this film again because it was just that bad. Don't ever air it again. I have to go. Y'all know the Housewives of Atlanta coming on, and the Eagles getting their ass whooped by the Packers. So, yeah, let me go. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.